Right, the circus has begun. Here's a quick rundown of the opening night acts. You wanted him to lower prices? Well, he just cut a Biden order that lowered prescription drug prices. And if you thought, oh, he must have a reason for doing this, yeah, pharmaceutical CEOs and lobby groups have told him to do it. So, drain the swamp who? Where? But you wanted him to lower prices. Well, he just imposed a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada on February 1st that will effectively raise prices for American consumers. Okay, is it coming back? Are we starting to remember how bad of a president, how big of a liar he is? You wanted somebody to restore law and order, to crack down on it. Well, he just pardoned all the January 6th insurrectionists. Law and order who? Where? All right, is it clicking now that he does nothing good for this country? One of his orders will end the federal government's DEI policies. Hate to say it, but if diversity, equity, and inclusion don't fall in line with your political party, the problem is not the DEI program. It's you. And not recognizing or promoting gender identity or gender ideology doesn't change who those people are. It only puts you on the wrong side of history and science, which I'm sure you're used to by now because that's typically where you land. Speaking of being wrong about things, he's trying to define birthright citizenship, which is automatically granted to people born in America, something that is enshrined in our Constitution, knowing that it will face legal challenges and eventually land before the Supreme Court. Rule of law where? What? And with all the extreme weather patterns and natural disasters we've been seeing, I'm sure we can all agree that we don't want to make things worse. You know, something like withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord. Well, why would he want to do that? I mean, I thought he had the best interest of the people at heart. But wait, that's just the people who line their pockets destroying our planet and profit off of energy production. Despite the fact that the US is currently producing more oil than any other country in the history of the world under the Paris Climate Accord. What part of that lowered costs? Because a lot of that is going to increase costs for American consumers. It's almost like he doesn't care about you. Or me. Or anyone besides himself and the billionaires right next to him. But you'd know this if you ever cared to use critical thinking skills for more than 5 seconds. Elect a clown, expect a circus.
The president issued a number of executive orders last night. Let's break it down. But before I do, banged my head, really dumb, anyway, clumsy. So what did the president do in these executive orders? First of all, on immigration, he essentially said he's going to repeal birthright citizenship and asylum for anyone. These are written into the Constitution and law. He can't do that by executive order. That is plainly unlawful, unconstitutional. That's going to go nowhere. But he's also announced these immigration raids. Now, some people say this is just targeting violent criminals. That's not the case. These are very broad. These are mass deportations. That's what he's saying also. And what that will mean is farm workers won't be on our farms. Food prices are going to go up. We will lose a lot of construction workers. Housing costs are going to go up. Families will be separated. None of that is going to lower prices for Americans. Some of his other actions, weakening California water and air quality standards. Drill, baby, drill, this idea that we are going to just do more oil drilling. The attacks on the incentives for electric cars, that's not going to reduce prices either. It's just going to mean we have dirtier air, we have more terrible fires, more flooding. We also are seeing other orders repealed that the former President Biden had enacted to bring down the cost of medicine for Americans. Those are being repealed too. That's going to drive up medicine costs for seniors and really for all Americans. What's missing in all this? Anything really to bring the cost of living down. And that was what the election was supposedly about. That was what his very thin mandate was for, but we're not seeing any of that. So what we are seeing, really good for oil companies, really good for polluters, really good for very wealthy people, not so good for anyone else.
So yesterday, President Donald Trump withdrew the United States from the WHO, the World Health Organization, or at least started that process. And as a doctor, I'm here to tell you that that is an absolutely catastrophic and disastrous decision that has real implications for global and public health. And in case y'all missed the memo, global health affects our health here domestically in the United States because, while infectious diseases don't really respect international boundaries too much, this decision will also impact the WHO's ability to combat diseases like polio, malaria, tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS around the world, and it will leave the United States at a significant disadvantage the next time a pandemic comes around. And I say the next time because it's a matter of when, not if, because the WHO shares information, data, and research about global disease outbreaks, and the United States will just not be part of that information sharing anymore. Couple that with the fact that he also rescinded Biden-Harris era policies that tested Medicare and Medicaid policies to help lower the cost of prescription drugs. One of them was going to make the cost of generic life-saving medications as little as $2. So this is a huge win for Big Pharma, and I'm sure all the people who come into my comment section calling me a Big Pharma shill are just absolutely thrilled about that. Yeah. He also rescinded a Biden-Harris era policy that made it easier and less expensive for people to get health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. But don't worry if you're losing your health insurance. I'm sure his concepts of a plan are coming right down the pike. You couple all of that with the fact that RFK Jr., an anti-vax conspiracy theorist, AIDS denier, is going to be our next Health and Human Services Secretary. And yes, he's going to get confirmed. I have done putting my faith in the United States Congress to do the right thing. He said he's going to stop federal funding for infectious disease research and new drug development for the next 8 years. So, and the sad thing is, a lot of MAGA celebrating this right now is a huge win for I don't know what. But you're not going to realize that this is disastrous until you or someone you love gets hurt by it. You're sick and dying and you don't have health insurance, you can't afford medications, there's a new pandemic raging and you're wondering what the fuck happened. But hey, cheap eggs, am I right? Have a great day.
It's time for the trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. It's gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit. Hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well, yeah, it's the trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen. It's time for the trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit. Hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well, yeah, it's the trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Trucker John. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I saw that still photo of me. It was funny. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Give me a go thumbs up in the old chat thingy, majigger. So I know this thing's working. I do see a green light. Hey, it's 9:20 a.m. Pacific time zone here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. We are sitting currently at a temperature of 45 degrees. A little chilly out. Overnight low, 37. High, expected high today, about 52, I think. 57, actually. Wow. So it's nice and toasty here where I'm at. Some of you folks, I know you're freezing your little tushies, whatever. You're freezing something off. Can you guys hear me? I do see something in here, I guess. I guess you guys can hear me. Anyhow, guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning as we release all our prisoners from the prisons today. Thank you very much. Donald Trump. He likes to release prisoners. We see a habit. He likes to bitch and complain about all these other countries releasing their prisoners. And what's one of the first things he does? He releases prisoners who are violent, who beat up cops. So much for the back the blue. I guess they meant backhand the blue. Maybe that's what they really mean. I don't know. The hypocrisy, day one of the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is coming on through. Anyhow, let me look at the chat. We got Jolie first. First in your chat and first in your heart. Hello, Jolie. Good to see you. Deborah Murphy's there. Deborah Murphy was watching Hakeem Jeffries. I watched about a minute of it, just because I saw it on the thing. When I tuned in, he was talking about climate change or something. I don't know. Yeah, Rose Blue's here. Hey, Rose, good to see you. Rose says they must be tracking them. I guess the J6ers maybe, because one guy in Oregon was arrested under 24 hours for having a gun. Remember, it still says convicted felon on their records. I doubt any judge will expunge their records. And I don't know if this is the same guy in band camp this one time. No, but there was a guy who I guess who was getting released, and he said, "Yeah, good. I'm gonna go get my guns now," or something. I don't know if that's the same guy, but But there's one lady who says she's not going to accept the pardon, and I was like, "Wow." And she's like, "No, what we did was wrong. I'm not accepting the pardon." And I thought that was beautiful what she said. I was like, "Wow, somebody who maybe actually fucking learned something." I don't know. But yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so we got CN's here. Hey, CN, good to see you. MJ Daniel from, I believe, Washington State. DJG says, or MJ Daniel says, DJT he was responsible for the release of 5,000 Telemann. Right, exactly. Like I was saying, he has a history of releasing dangerous, violent prisoners. And did you hear his excuse? One reporter asked him, like, how could you, or why did you release this guy? Some of these people, they were, beating cops and stuff like that. Whatever they said, and then Trump's response was like, "Well, there's murderers that don't even go to prison," which is bullshit. But there's fucking death rows and prisoners they're in for life all throughout this country, thousands and thousands and thousands of them probably. I hope people see through his shit. I mean, I know you and I do. Most of us in this chat, we see through his bullshit. But and that one thing gives me a little hope. That one lady who says, "I'm not taking the pardon," that gives me a little bit of hope that maybe some of these people are some of it's getting through to them, or they're learning or something. That's a little spark of hope. And right now, I'm going to take whatever little spark of hope I can get. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. I'm trying to move over a little bit because I don't know why, but I just am. A little spark of hope. And sometimes in these times that we're embarking on with Trump, we need to take any little sliver, any little spark, anything of hope we can, and just grab a hold of it for all that's worth, Hey, Teresa TAK is here. Good to see Teresa. Thanks for joining us in the driver's lounge this morning. Roxanne Arfield is here. Hey, Roxanne. One of our resident Roxannes. Roxanne is here. I had to do it, Roxanne. I had to do it. I had to go, Roxanne. Michael McAndrews is here. Life goes on. Life goes on. Rose Blue's here. Rose, hello, Rose. I already saw Rose Blue, but Rose, hey, I'll say again, hello, Rose Blue. Let's see. We got Progressively Independent checking on in. Good morning to you. Good morning. A good morning. A good morning. And Paul J's here. What up? Speaking of Paul J, let me just check real quick. We are multi-streaming. I tried to change my name. Well, I guess I could change my name. I tried to add like a nickname, and I don't see it showing up. I thought it would show up, uh, like in the name. I thought because I added a nickname and it said, well, I just put Trucker John, and I thought it would be like it's supposed to be like Trucker John, and then in parentheses, it's supposed to say John Fowler, and then in parentheses, I thought it would be Trucker John or something. I don't see that showing up, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I might just see. I guess I might just have to just change the name, if whatever, because I can't get it to. I can't do this multi-stream from the app that I'm using to go to my, because I was going to try to direct it to my a Trucker's Vlog page and then change that name to Trucker John, but it won't. From this thing that I'm using, that's broadcasting this right now, to go on Facebook, it just goes to my main page. It won't go to my other pages, and unless I can make the other page my main page, I don't know. Anyhow, so I'm just checking out Facebook. I don't see anybody in there, but we do have Facebook, and it's under John Fowler. Okay, if you're looking over there, and we also have Twitch going. Let's see if is anybody in Twitch. Hey, Twitch, getting all twitchy. Here's what I think about Twitch. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, just twitchy, a little twitchy. But let's see, how's it looking over there at Twitch? Looks like there I am. There I am, and no, not a soul over there. All right, guys, just be that way. But just so you know, some people prefer those other platforms. So there we are. We're running on Twitch and Facebook and the good old YouTubers. And what happened to my? I went back to YouTube and it was gone. Hopefully, I'm still there. Hopefully everything's all right. Yakety Smack is here. Now that I've gone and left and came back, I don't know. I think I skipped a lot of the chat. So if I've skipped over you, don't take it personal. Just that I'm right now. It's picking up in the chat where Yakety Smack says hi, Jolie. That's where I'm at in the chat. That's as far back as it'll let me go now. Just so you know, we got Teresa. TAK says 45 degrees is warm to us in Illinois in the winter. Yeah, that's a balmy day. Roxanne Arfield is saying hi to Robert. So apparently Robert's here. So good morning to you, Robert. I didn't see your coming in because I can't scroll back that far. Paul is here. Try 27 degrees at noon. Hey, Paul, where you at? Whereabouts are you? So we know where the cold weather is. Look at there. You did it. My goal is complete. It looks like, was it Michael McAndrews with a $10 super sticker or super chat? Thank you, Michael. I haven't scrolled down to that yet, but I'll go ahead and give you a yippee nevertheless, because you deserve it. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Nice $10 super sticker. We got 33 watching, 32 thumbs. No, we got 38 watching, 32 thumbs ups. So folks, make sure you hit that like or thumb up button for me. Share the show. I always share the show when I watch other people's shows, so you can share my show too. And of course, subscribe. Subscriptions, we're at 3,720, it looks like. So nice. That's looking good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep her going. Let's see how else we got. Pam J. Me and Paul J. are not related, I don't think. And there's Paul J. Yeah, but you guys you're both right there in the chat. Christina Weibel's here. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dick McGiverson Anderson, Paul J. in the house. Don't know if I've ever seen Dick McGiver Anderson in the driver's lounge before, so welcome. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. There's Chris Doug. I see Chris. I see you, Chris Doug. I see you, man. Seeing that was the horn guy. Oh, the horn guy? Is he the one that said he was going to go get his guns or something? Michael McAndrews, open the windows and stick your head out. Okay. Pam J, can you get evicted from prison? Christina Weibel, MAGA Granny. Oh, is that who is that what people are calling her, MAGA Granny? Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, at least she's got some sort of integrity, right? Cian says, yeah, she refused. Good on her. There's Bruce Bruce. Bruce Bruce is in the old driver's lounge. Good to see Bruce Bruce. Speaking of Springsteen, are you Springsteen? Are you Bruce Springsteen? Pam J, maybe she likes the free room and board and has a boyfriend card. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, who knows. Paul J's in Washington. Yakety smack. Don't talk a bag. Says, what's that? FOP endorsed pro cop beater Trump. Fraternal Order Police. I just saw a meme. I get all my information from memes. That some of these cop unions, they're not so happy. They're not so happy. Could this be a FAFO moment for these police unions that back Trump? Now that he's releasing all these Jan 6ers that beat cops and led to the death of cops. Am I out of line if I say, told you so, cop unions, cop whatever organizations that back Trump? Am I out of line by saying, I told you so? I told you so. In so many words, I did. I said, don't vote for Trump because he's a lying piece of shit. And you didn't want to believe me, did you, cop unions? Chris Doug's here, Big Dog NC. Hello, Big Dog. Good to see the Big Dog in the driver's lounge. Left-handed Jedi. Does it surprise anyone that the felon POTUS lets out the worst of society? I think it does surprise some people. I think the cop unions maybe. I don't know. Chris Doug's, we have 4 years of this madness. Like I said, man, I said this in House Sparks chat the other day when I did my my membership thing, I said, buckle up, buttercups. Gonna be a bumpy ride. Let's buckle up. Christina Weibel says, I watched Hakeem Jeffries this morning talking about the MAGA is it GOP's contract against America? Oh, yeah, contract against America. Yeah, but the part I just saw for a minute, I just saw something about global warming or something. Music's here, says Lucifer and MacGyver in chat. Big day. It's a big day. We got both Lucifer, apparently, and MacGyver. Paul McSwigny says there is a movement gathering. There is a movement gathering pace. Gathering pace? There's a movement gathering pace. Anyhow, in the UK and spreading to Europe, it's called Quietly Quitting America. It's not a boycott as such, but buying fewer products from America. Good evening. Oh, good evening to you, my good sir, or madam. Well, I'm hearing that the Trump isn't going over too well in every country in the world. They're quite disappointed in us, I must say, and I can't blame them, not one little bit. I'm disappointed in us also. I'm very disappointed. Disappointed that our fellow Americans voted for this motherfucker. So disappointed. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get pretty ugly. What can I tell you? You know, I'm trying to polish this turd, and no matter what, it's still a turd. You know. 2106. Hey, 2106. Suicide. 2106 here. 2106. The smooth sounds of Tawada 106. 2106 says, still want to watch your trucking videos? I've got about 1,000 of them. Just go onto the Trucker John channel right here on YouTube, and there's playlists, and I've got all kinds of trucking videos. And who knows, I might be in a truck again. I even had Schneider, my old boss, Kerry Wildgus. Oh, am I not supposed to say people's names? Did I just violate some rule, some Gen Z rule or something? I don't know. I may have violated some sort of code of ethic. But my old driver manager from Schneider just sent me an email asking me if I wanted to come back to Schneider, and I'm very tempted. They got a $6,000 signing bonus, but I just don't want to go back on the road. I don't want to do it, guys. I really don't. I know I'm not living up to the name Trucker John because I don't want to go back to trucking. I don't. It left such a bad taste in my mouth at the end. And I was so sick and tired of being on the road. And if I get into a lease, I know I'm going to be on the road 6-7 weeks at a time. I don't want to do it. Even if I just go out 2 weeks at a time, I don't want to do it. I love being home every night. But it's tempting because I am going through some tough times here financially, and with this whole Uber debacle. And driving for Lyft. Lyft is, like I said, it pays like half the money that Uber was paying me. So, and plus I'm going through a thing where I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to even do the Lyft thing. I'm trying to do 40 hours and I've only got 10 hours in this week, guys. So I'm messed up. I'm fucked up in the head here. I don't want to work. I don't want to drive anything, I guess. I don't know. I'm just enjoying my little comfy little apartment here, and I don't want to go back on the road, but I could go. There's all kinds of trucking companies offering signing bonuses to drivers. You know, they're some of them are $10,000 signing bonuses. You know, it's very tempting, but who knows? But I might end up in a truck again. But there are plenty of trucking videos on my channel that it might be interesting. You can see me from 10, 12 years ago, and you're like, wow, look at Trucker John. He wasn't all gray or whatever. If that matters to you. Christina Bible says, I don't have Facebook on my tablets, and I have two. I only have Facebook on my phone, no Wi-Fi on there. Well, that's okay, Christina. I mean, I'm just pointing out that that we're on Facebook and we're on Twitch because some people prefer those, but my personal preference is YouTube. That's the one I like the best. But to each their own. To each their own. And there's the Michael. I'm just now getting to the Michael McAndrews super sticker, super chat. I guess it's what's called $10. Thank you. I'll give you another yippee, Michael. Thank you so much. Help the show. Help us keep us going here. And the goal has been achieved thanks to Michael. I only said it at one thing, so thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. Let's see. We got Marcia says, hi, Trucker John and the Driver's Lounge. Been here from the beginning, but but have a raging migraine just listening. Oh man, migraines are the worst. So yeah, just try to rest as much as you can. There's William. As I say, Trucker John, and everyone else. I'm a little late. Yes, we were wondering where you were at. Everyone was going, hey, you know, where's William? Where the fuck is William? You know. But you're here now, so that's the main thing. Better late than never. A better late than never. A better late than never. Rose Blue says, I'm here, was washing a pot and boiling water for oatmeal. But there you go. I like a nice bowl of oatmeal. Chris Doug says, I see you and hear you, Trucker John. Great to be here. Hey, Chris Doug, thanks for being here. Thanks for that update that you can hear me and see me. Both. It's a twofer. You can see me and hear me. Tommy, can you hear me? Well, Big Dog is like number 40. So we got 39 watching, 46 thumbs ups. Apparently some people have left. I don't know. What do I got to do to make you people stay? Anyhow, Michael Ganders, why does it take so long for some people to wake up? Oh, you mean like Mega Granny? A Mega Granny. I don't know. Some people never wake up, so at least some people are waking up. I don't know, because some people never do. Yakety Max says FOP members should be outraged. Are you talking about? Is that Fraternal Order of Police? I got to make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah, they should be outraged, and I think they are outraged. But you know what? It's a little late now, isn't it, you FOPs? It's a little late. Where were you on November 5th? We needed you on November 5th. You failed us, FOP. You failed us. So the only thing I can hope for is that in 2026 and in 2028, you redeem yourselves and you say you back the blue, you're going to vote blue. Now you're going to vote blue, motherfuckers. Tom Bynes is here, says, hey, TJ, and hi, y'all. Well, hello back at you. Right back at you, Tom Bynes. I see Carrie C here. Hey, Carrie C, good to see you. Good to see you, Carrie C. In the old driver's lounge. Midas Kevin Anderson's checking in. Hello, Midas Kevin. Hello to you. Hello. Christina says, no, John. I don't know. Oh, no. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe about truck driving? I don't know. Bonnie Thompson's here. Hey, Bonnie. Good to see Bonnie. Says, with all the problems in America, I'm going to whine again. I have scarring on my left eardrum and hearing impaired. I cannot enjoy the stream. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Bonnie. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. You don't need to be sorry. I'm sorry. So I don't know what to tell you about that. Not, I don't know. Big Dog says FAFO times 10. Yeah. Bobby C says Baltic here just got red weather warning from government. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bobby C. Be careful out there. I don't know where Baltic is. Is that the part of the Monopoly board that's like right next to where you start? Right next to payday? Bill, be careful over there. Yakety smack, Trump is anti-union on top. Yeah. These motherfuckers, don't you know? But the cops they're like, oh yeah, but he's strong on law and order. Oh, fuck you. So are we. We're strong on law and order too, you motherfuckers. God damn it. I hate all this fucking bullshit. It's like the guy when I was at the Trump rally. He goes, I'm a union member. I'm like, well, Trump doesn't like you. He doesn't like unions. And all he did was shake his head. Fucking idiots. This is what happens when we let the idiots fucking take charge. Don't let the idiots take charge. For God's sake. MJ Daniel, police union endorsed it. DJT, fuck them. And when he actually does what he said he would do, fuck them. Exactly. I think I've been saying that too. Dewada 106 says, well, when you like a felon rapist, take it up there, baby. Yeah. You know? How could they not see this coming? I've got the signs right here. I'm warning everybody. Trump's a felon. Trump's a rapist. And yet they still support the motherfucker. Bruce Bustos cops are as dumb as blue collar union members. Right. I bet you guys are singing my tune. Right. Rose Blue, this ain't the fun roller coaster. It's the bipolar roller coaster, y'all. Michael McAndrews says, just not into a treasonous rapist, bone spurs con man crook rule over me. I know it's just, I'm not into that either. 2026 can't come soon enough, you know. Toronto 106. I know I seem to be putting a lot of hope into 2026. I hope I'm not getting too hopeful. I don't know. 2106 Trucker John, the smooth sounds. Hang on and rock on. The smooth sounds of Tawada 106 coming at you. Bobby C says agents running about East Boston and 1,500 troops to southern border. Cats and dogs living together. Total mayhem. William says gas prices are going up there in Pennsylvania. MJ Daniel, I don't think I would leave the USA if I had the money, but it would be nice to have the option. Christina Weibel says, I'm a registered voter in Florida, and we have elections here statewide to fill 2 legislative seats, House and Senate. Ron DeSantis was sued because he didn't call for special elections. See, that's what I was saying. I thought that's what he had to do way back when, the month ago or whatever, or 2 months ago, when Trump said that he was going to pick, little Marco to be his Secretary of State or whatever the fuck. And I thought I looked it up, like how they replaced that, and it did say they filled that with a special election. That he can't just appoint someone. I called this out 2 months ago. So, Ron DeSantis breaking the law? No, say it ain't so. Yeah, I hope they win in that lawsuit and make them do a special election. Don't let DeSantis just select some crony. Chris Doug says, Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick killed in the line of duty by Jansen's insurrectionists. A complete outrage. Shame, shame, shame. All those cops. Sicknick died. You had suicides. You had the cops that were beaten, treated so disrespectfully, and even afterwards when they testified, that's why Biden gave them, the ones that testified at the hearings, he gave them immunity, because we have sick people in this country, very sick people in this motherfucking country that are being led by and are listening to a very sick motherfucker who's now in the White House. That's the thing. We are being led. We are the greatest nation in the world, most powerful nation in the world, and we are being led by a fucking madman. Midas Kevin, John is livid. I am livid. I am livid. Hear me roar. Rose Blue says Cittadini tweeted tariffs in Russ. MAGAs don't realize we don't trade one thing with Russ. I guess we're talking about Russia. We can say Russia. I notice a lot of people abbreviate things like they say TikTok. You can say, I think you can say whatever you want on YouTube, except for hate speech and stuff. Agolf Twitler's here. Hey, Agolf, good to see you. And Agolf reminds us, here's some stats here. Says, but from Agolf says, unemployment is 4.1%. Inflation 2.9%. The Dow is 43,500. S&P is 6,000. Gas is $3.10 a gallon. Repeat the numbers every single day. It's about to get real hard on American workers. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that when things go to shit, when all those numbers go to shit that you just mentioned, that it'll wake up enough people. It's not going to wake everybody. The hardcore cultists, the maggot cultists, they're going to blame Biden. They're going to blame Harris. They're going to blame fucking Anthony Fauci. I don't know. They'll blame anybody but Trump. But hopefully there'll be enough people that will wake up. Either the Biden non-voters that didn't vote in this election, or maybe peel off some of those Republicans or whatever. But hopefully it'll be enough that it will wake people up in these upcoming elections in 26 and 28. I don't know. I guess that's the thing, is that's the wait and see. We're just on the wait and see. We're on a type of a thing. See, sorry if I'm too direct. I don't know. I don't think you are. So, Big Dog NC says, left-handed Jedi, he'll get some kind of diplomatic exception. Oh, I guess I did skip down. Maybe Left-handed Jedi was talking about how Trump is a felon. He can't go into other countries. I don't know. But, aren't there countries that won't? Yeah. And like I've said before, and other people have said that, he is the president of the United States. There are diplomatic immunities, But I would still love to see these countries at least try to enforce that. Like, no, you're a felon. We're not letting you in. And who's to say? I mean, they could ignore that. I mean, who says they have to enforce these diplomatic rules? Of course, then it's like, okay, if you don't let us do this, then we won't let you do this. And it becomes a whole, back and forth thing. Yeah, I got back. Nice T-shirt, the boss. Yeah, I went to the concert. Hard to believe it's been what? Oh, God, it's been like a year and a half. Is it going on 2 years? Has it been 2 years already? No way. It can't be 2 years. Like in this spring, coming up in this spring, or has it just been 1 year? God, I don't know. Time is flying so by. It's flying so by so fastly. Anyhow, when he was here in Vegas, his first time he ever has played in Vegas, and probably his last. I don't know. Bobby C. Trump's lies have started in earnest since taking office. Big Dog, over-the-road driver shortage. I don't want to go back because the reason I quit is because there was no freight. Apparently the freight's back. I don't know. But now Trump's in office. What's going to happen? Is he going to fuck up the supply chains again with some stupid shit that he's doing? I was literally sitting in truck stops for weeks at a time because I couldn't get any freight. In 2022, I think last time I misstated the year. It was not 2023. 2023 is when I quit. I quit in about February of 2023. It was because 2022 had been so bad. So that's when the shit really hit the fan for me as far as freight. I couldn't get any fucking freight for the last 6 months of 2022. To the point where I was not making any money. Maybe things are going gangbusters right now thanks to a Biden economy, thanks to the big Biden boom, thanks to Bidenomics. Remember that? Do you guys remember that? It was only a couple years ago when I was, when Biden was coming out with Bidenomics, and then I was saying, let's call it the Big Biden boom. Because it was a boom. He got us out of this horrible, horrible fucking economy that he inherited from Trump. And we were booming, and we're still booming. So it's just a shame. It's a real shame Trump's going to get in there and fuck it all up again. MJ Daniel, I'm going to have a t-shirt printed that says, "Stop whining, you voted for this" on it. Yeah. Wear that around town. Deborah Murphy says, "Left-handed Jedi, yes. Why today it had to be zoomed in?" I'm mid-thread on something there. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Music says, "Trucking is a hard gig." Paul McSwibney, I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. Says, "Trump and Musk are not welcome in the UK. I don't think felons can enter the United Kingdom." I don't know if Musk is a felon, but anyhow, love the show. It's just nice to sit and chat. Gathering pace means gaining speed. Thank you so much. It's like trunk and boot. We need some clarification on those terminology from across the pond. I have no idea what you're speaking of sometimes. A windscreen instead of a windshield. I don't know. Football, soccer, things of this nature. But we can come together. We can rectify these issues. We can come together. We once rebelled from you, but now we are strong allies. Chris Doug says, "Thanks, A Golf, for those numbers and reminding us about stuff." Bruce, Lyft, John. Yeah, I'm in Lyft. I do Lyft now. I haven't posted anything lately on that. I've been compiling like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then at the end of the week, I was gonna put all those videos together as one video showing how I'm trying to get 40 hours, and I'm so stupid and idiotic that I've only got so far 10 hours, not even 10, like 9 hours and 50 minutes or something. I like to use the excuses that I'm an old man and I deserve to be a little lazy. Every now and then. Music says Uber are criminals for what they do to drivers. I don't think they're criminals. I don't know. A lot of people complain. I don't know. I don't. To me, it's a gig job. It's not. So I don't know what you mean by what they do to drivers. Like, you can take breaks whenever you want. If you needed to go take a leak, go take a shit, you can fucking turn off the app and you can go find a restroom, or you can go home anytime you fucking want. So I don't know what the fucking beef is. Anyhow, that's another issue. Hey, Mr. Spock's here. Good to see you, Mr. Spock. Live long and prosper. Do you do that to your chickens? You're gonna go out there, live long and prosper. I don't know. Anyhow, it says, "Get a monkey like BJ the Bear." No, thank you. I don't like monkeys, especially when I hear all these stories about them tearing the faces off of their owners. No, thank you. Mine is Kevin. Your name is John Fowler. Yes, it is. My name is John Fowler, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Let's see. Big Dog, I'd buy that shirt. Chris Doug, drive the live stream. I have live streamed as when I was trucking. I did that quite a few times. And as far as like Uber or Lyft, I've been thinking about doing live streams, but I need to get a better camera. The whole thing with like a better mounting and a gimbal, so that's not all shaky and all that kind of shit. So it's a thing. It's a thing, man. We went through that. Ask Jolie. She can tell you all the things I went through to try to not have a shaky cam in that when I was doing it in the truck. Pam J, don't mess up your work ethic. Rose Blue says, well, sometimes you get no choice. Need a roof overhead. Rubber Brez, with climate change going on, Johnny, do you really want to chain up again? Fuck that. Well, with climate change, well, yeah, I guess out here in the Southwest, I don't even know what snow is anymore. But yeah, the other half of the country, you're getting snow in Florida and New Orleans and shit, man. But no, I never did chain up, actually. That was one of my rules. The very first week I went out driving as a new driver way back in 2004, I got stuck up at Donner Pass in California on I-80. I-80. And they had all these chain restrictions, and I had to have full set. So I went out there. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to chain up. And it must have taken me 2 hours to chain up because I'd never done it before on a big rig. I've chained up, cars before. Anyhow, it was freezing cold, snow. I chained up, and I get going. And I was going slow. I know because I know you can't go fast when you got chains. I thought I was going slow, but immediately I think 2 or 3 sets of the chains just fell off. I saw them like fall off. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I think I went a few miles, and then they lifted the chain restrictions, because in California it's like one little flake of snow and they put chain restrictions up. But anyhow, I tell myself, and this is when I was only like 44 years old then. I was 20 years younger. Can you believe that? Wow, the realization just struck me. Okay, I was 20 fucking years younger than I am now. And then even then I said, you know what? I'm too old for this shit. I'm not fucking chaining up ever again. And I never did chain up ever again after that. So whenever there was some situation with snow or chain restrictions put on, I either parked it or I rerouted. So, what can I say? I don't chain. So my rule became, if it's too unsafe to drive without chains, it's too unsafe to drive. That became my motto. Paula says, Trucker John, it's too much to be on the road. Life is short, not unless you can have company the whole time on the road. Yeah. Egal Twitler, do a CB call in from your rig. Everybody wants that. I know. Rose Blue, cover your eyes and listen. Oh, about someone's migraine, I guess, or something. I don't know. Deborah Murphy says, Bruce, I assume you did not watch Representative Hakeem this morning. Yeah, Hakeem was on this morning. I didn't watch all of it. I just watched a minute because I was just getting ready to go on the air here, and so I didn't really. I just watched literally like 60 seconds of it. I'll scroll on down here a little bit. Got James Williams here in the driver's lounge. Good to see James. Rose Blue, by tracking and arresting every J6 released. Oh, the cops redeeming themselves. Yeah. Well, yeah, that and plus never voting for a fucking Republican again in their lives. That needs to happen too. Michael McAndrew's got to get the Nazis out of the police forces. Unfortunately, I'm hesitant to say anything bad about cops because then people will think that you hate all cops. I don't hate all cops. And I think I'm hopeful that the overwhelming majority of cops are good, decent people just trying to, do their jobs and try to protect and serve, like it says on the side of their cars, right? And be public servants in that sense. I'm really hopeful of that. But there's a lot of assholes. There's a lot of dudes that are like white supremacists. They're Nazis. They're racists. or they just have this bug up their ass. They some of them are just like have some sort of power trip, or they feel that the badge gives them this power or whatever. And again, just I say that, and then people are going to go, not all cops are that way. I just said not all cops are that way. I'm hopeful that the overwhelming majority of them are good, decent folks that are just here to serve the community. And all it takes, like that old saying, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch or whatever. So, they got that thin blue line, and that whole thing about, how they don't like snitch on each other or whatever. But if the good cops want to be perceived as being good cops, they need to weed out the bad cops. Chris Doug, quote, can I change my vote, end quote, will go down in history as the dumbest dumbass question ever asked. The ramifications remain to be seen of the Trump regret vote. That's why I'm a little hopeful for 2026. You know what I mean? Apparently, Jojo Mojo Jojo is here. I did skip down in the chat. Suzanne Forseppi is here. Good to see. Oh, there's Jojo Mojo Jojo, my favorite name on the internet. So hi to Jojo and hi to Suzanne. WW's here, my least favorite. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, W. I'm just kidding. You're not my least favorite person on the internet. Second to last. No, I'm only kidding, W. I'm just kidding. Anyhow, WW says lots of cops are Republicans. They have their reasons. Think that the government turns their backs on them. But do they have any proof of that? Or is that just because Rush Limbaugh used to say that kind of shit? Or whomever. Or Alex Jones or whatever. Maybe they should fucking stop listening to those assholes. They should come over here to the Trucker John channel. Yeah, there you go. Because Trucker John will tell them that he thinks that overwhelming majority of them are good folks. So, there's that. The government turns their backs on them. Fuck you. Not UW. I'm just to those cops who would think that. The government's not turning their backs on them, for God's sakes. The government fucking bends over backwards for those motherfuckers, man. In many cases. Gives them all this fucking, what is it, implied immunity or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, they're upset because Derek Chauvin actually got convicted for murdering someone and right in full view of everybody for all the world to see. And he got convicted. So is that what they're pissed off about? Fuck them. Talk about fucking snowflakes. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Jesus H. Christ. Dear Lord, I did not mean to take your name in vain. I meant to say Jesus H. Christ, who was Jesus Henry Christ, who is no relation to you, as far as I know, and then is not the Savior. So that was my mistake, and I ask for forgiveness. There, I'm a good agnostic, almost atheist Christian. And yeah, progressively independent says he already has unleashed release the Kraken. That's what he's doing. Jupiter Judy apparently is here. I did skip down. There's Jupiter Judy. Hello, Jupiter Judy. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the old driver's lounge. We're just hanging out. Hey, we're at 70 thumbs ups. Just 30 to 100. Can we get to 100 thumbs up? The other day we got to 100 thumbs ups. There's just something about that. I don't know. It's a thing that we here in the YouTube creator world, we like to get to the 100 mark. So if you can get me to 100 thumbs up, now we're at 71. So look at there. See, sometimes you just got to remind folks. MJ Daniel says, wonder if cops think he is tough on crime now that he has pardoned Jan 6 terrorists responsible for the deaths of 5 to 6 cops. MJ, based on what we've been saying for this whole entire show, I think that they are. Let's see, the answer. No. The answer would be no. And it has no. I don't think they think he's tough on crime now. I think they're just shaking their fucking heads and going, what the fuck? They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Of course, but you know what? Here's the thing: a lot of those Jan 6ers were cops or former cops. How's that? To a little wrinkle in this thing. A lot of those motherfuckers were cops. They were. There were cops. There were Jan 6ers that were cops or former cops or retired cops, and they're in there beating cops. What the fuck? It's cop on cop crime, man. This cop on cop crime. We gotta put a stop to this cop on cop crime. It's the cops that are beating up the cops. Jolie reminds everyone, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Jolie. Hit that like button. We're at 78. Look at there, you guys. You guys are awesome. I was just saying how we were at 70. I'd like to get to 100. And boom, like that, we're at 78. Just 22 more to go, and we'll be at 100. I think we can do it. I really think we can do it. Who knew that just a couple of years ago I had barely 180 subscribers or whatever, and now we're at 3,720. Who knew? So I think it's very possible we could get to 100 thumbs ups today. I don't think that's some pie in the sky, wishful thinking. I think it's like I said, I think it's within the grasp of reality. Bobby C says, well, it's 17.46 p.m. here. All righty then. Well, all righty then, Bobby C. Good to see you. James Williams says, quite the executive kish list. I don't even know what that means. Marsha says, checked out, brief. Hi, Suzanne Forsepi. I got bad migraine. Marsha, yeah, rest, close your eyes, and just try to think, or just soothe yourself in the dulcet tones of my voice. Let me close your eyes, Marsha, and just listen to the tone of my voice. It's kind of velvety voice I have. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But I hope you feel better. I don't mean to make light of your condition. I know migraines can be a bitch. But try to rest as much as you can. And, hopefully it'll go away. MJ Daniel says, I have little faith in American voters right now. I know, but still, I gotta believe we got a lot of regret, a lot of regretful people. Hopefully the people that didn't vote are regretful, and hopefully the people that voted for Trump, there's a lot of them that are regretful, and maybe that'll be enough to carry us over. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a naive bumpkin or something. I don't know. Rubber Red Sergeant Holka. You got blowed up. Blowed up, sir. Jojo, they went up 10 cents maybe here in Huntington, West Virginia. I don't know what that is, Jojo. I'm mid-thread on some of these because I did skip down. So I don't know what went up 10 cents. Eggs? Did eggs go up again 10 more cents? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry about that. Whoa, excuse me. I apologize. Anyhow, Cian says, who is going on a 4-year cruise? That would be nice, huh? That'd be kind of cool. Just go on a fucking cruise for 4 years and then come back. Yeah, that'd be nice. Bobby C says, you're all welcome to come get your heads showered in Ireland. Oh, in Ireland. Nice Ireland, I guess because it rains a lot there. I don't know. And if that was a horrible Irish accent, I apologize. You're right. You're like, that was an Irish accent? Midas Kevin Anderson says, MJ, at least I use my head when I vote. I use my fingers that hold my little pin, and I color in the circle. James Williams says, still waiting for the invasion of Ukraine to stop. TikTok Trump. Right. Wasn't he going to end that thing in 24 hours? Do people... apparently people do believe his shit. When Trump says, oh, that was a horrible thing. That war would not even have started if I had been president. I hate Trump. I hate him so fucking much. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to deny it. Okay? I'm putting it out there. I hate Donald Trump. Okay, motherfuckers? Donald Trump, I hate you. All right? Fuck you, Donald Trump. There. I just said that. That was a little bit for me. That was for me. That makes me feel better. I feel better. And if you guys are feeling down, I suggest you try the same. Just wherever you're sitting, I'm going to do a network thing here. Okay, wherever you're at, I want you to go to your window, open your window, stick your head out. Someone else said that earlier. And I want you to yell, I hate you, Donald Trump. Come on, everyone, go to your window. I don't know, but whatever it is, hey man. I mean, sometimes it just feels good to say that. I don't know why. It just does. Aaron West is here. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Hello to you. We are now at full mod capacity, so thanks for that. Paul Sharky Manion from across the pond is here. Paul says, hi, TJ and truckers. My brother lives in Germany, and they all know Musk is a Nazi. That smacking the chest was a Adolf trait. They're disgusted. Yeah, I've been hearing seeing articles about how the Germans are done with him. They're done with him. And I hope that if anything comes out of this, that Musk goes down in fucking flames. Really. And that someone can take over Tesla, someone who's reasonable, maybe a Mark Cuban, I don't know, whatever. Because I do think Teslas are cool and they're good. They're good cars. You can shit talk them all you want. I've driven them many, many times for almost 2 years, and I love the fucking Tesla Model 3. You guys aren't going to change my mind on that. But I hate Elon Musk just as much as I hate Trump now. So I hope he goes down in flames. They need to do something, man, to bring that motherfucker down. To just, I mean, like bankrupt him. They need to bankrupt his ass. He does not deserve any of this money. He doesn't deserve it because he shows that he doesn't appreciate it. He got some sweetheart deals from Obama during the Obama administration and onward, you know. And that's what really made him the multi-billionaire that he is today. He doesn't deserve it because we see what a fucking Nazi piece of shit that he is. If anything, he deserves to fucking just be in prison with the other Nazis. He needs to go to Nazi prison. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. Let's see. Robert Perez says, I love sparklers. Mr. Spock has got the old, here's Johnny. Wendy, I'm home. That's something like that. Anyhow, Michael McAndrews, Trump is the one releasing criminals and nut terrorists in our country. Yes, that would be Trump. That is Trump. He's emptying the prisons. And the guy goes on and he campaigns and he does speeches where he's always talking about, I don't know, Brazil or some shit. They're emptying the prisons. Or, you know, they're sending him to America. They're emptying their prisons and they're sending him here. So I guess Trump is just like, well, I'll just cut out the middleman. I'll just start releasing prisoners right here. Right here, right now. Right here. Bobby C is going to be the biggest heist in American history by time maggots leave office. Yeah, they're just ripping us off, man. They're ripping us off. CN from the Netherlands, I think, right, says the turd takes away things that are already done and afterwards takes credit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever good comes out from the Biden administration, he's going to take credit for it. He already did. He's already saying that the hostage release and the ceasefire or the peace deal that wouldn't have happened without him, which is bullshit. I mean, other than the fact that Netanyahu probably sabotaged the peace talks purposely to delay them to be done when Trump became president. So I put the blame on Netanyahu because he's just Israel's version of Trump. Bobby C. He's also got the Supreme Court. How do you sort that out? And that's the thing, man. See, that's another thing, Bobby C, that pisses me off. It's the goddamn Supreme Court. Because if Kamala Harris has got elected, then we would have had a chance. If Alito and Thomas, if they end up resigning or whatever, we would have had a chance to get some good, liberals on the court. Now we got 4 fucking years, and no matter what we do, I mean, if Alito or Thomas or anybody, any of those, or even one of ours, dies or gets sick or retires, then they're gonna fucking replace them with a young fucking right winger, nut job that's gonna be in there for 40 years. And that fucking sucks. James Williams says, well, there's AM just jumping in. Hello, trucklers. Hello, AM. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate you coming on in and hanging out with us. James Williams says, American exceptionalism on display. What happened in South Korea or any other country that believe in the rule of law? Well, sorry about this. I had something on my tongue. South Korea, they seem to handle that problem pretty quickly. CN AM fellow trucker at AM's fellow trucker. Big Dog gifted 5. Remember, hey, Big Dog NC, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Thanks for doing that. That's always a great way to support the show and get some more folks in here. And I'm looking, we're up to 83 thumbs ups, just 17 to go to 100. You guys, see, we could do this. We could do this. And so, Big Dog, you gifted those memberships. And look at there. We got Summer Perez. Got one. James Jaramillo. Where's James? I haven't seen James today, I don't think. Good to see James. Determined is going to get one. But The Shit Show got a membership. And it looks like Becky. So thank you, Big Dog. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for helping out the show and get those memberships. And maybe those folks will come on in and say hi to us, Paula says, I wish I kept my t-shirts, Bob Seger, the Silver Bullet Band. Oh, well, live and learn. Yeah, I've got some old ones in storage that who knows? They might be all moth-eaten by now or something. I don't know. Let's see. The CN says the turds saw that nobody has the balls to stop him, so what can go wrong when he bullies more? The devils always grow when others fear. Well, yeah, it does sort of embolden him, Hey, Roxanne Epstein's here, so we had Roxanne Epstein and Roxanne Armfield. So we are at full Roxanne mode right now, I think. Michael Meanders, which is better, John, Lyft or Uber? Well, if you've been watching my video series on Lyft, that I've been doing, you might get an idea of what I think. I do think Uber's better because it pays me twice as much. And I think the app, well, I'm getting more used to the Lyft app. It is different. It does seem to be different. Like the rides you get, the type of people you get. It's weird how it's different. But I like Uber better because I have opportunity to make more money. Robert Perez says, I had a guy try to tell me that Elon doing the Nazi salute was all done by AI and it was taken out of context. I told this Latino idiot to go stuff his story up his ass. Um, yeah, some people, right? Some people. Chris Doug, Uber pay is shit. And if you think Uber pay is shit, wait till if you ever drove for Lyft. It's even shittier. At least for me, you know. Tom Bias, I'm 56. I keep forgetting to ask for the senior discount. Minus Kevin, Trucker John, like Vader told Obi-Wan, when I first met you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. Okay. Mr. Spock, don't you use the pins, TJ, the choice of 9 out of 10 Amazon workers and problem gamblers? I'm not an Amazon worker and I'm not a problem gambler, so I don't know why you would ask me that. Michael McAndrews, I only got headaches when I change to decaf and then when I drink real coffee for a day, then not the next day. Okay. Paula says, love Rachel Maddow interview with Bishop Marianne Buddy last night. I didn't watch that. But hey, Paula, good to see you. Thanks for joining us there in the old driver's lounge. Paul J says, I only get voice on one channel. Yeah, I think it's my mic. Paul J, I think that's my mic. Someday I'll upgrade to a better mic. I think it's me. I don't think it's you. I think it's me. Let's see. Big Dog says, I'll have to find that on YouTube. Something you guys, a mid thread. I am mid thread. Tom Bias, Rachel Maddow is filling in for Alex Wagner this week. Well, good for her. She could probably use the money. She's very rich. Big Dog, see, got to notice my tax and insurance account escrow is going up $200 a month starting in February. Talk about wait till the last minute. Yeah, really. I hear you. Hey, we're at 85 thumbs ups, 15 to go to 100. Let's see. Paul J ruled that out even with different devices. Yeah, like I said, I think it's me, not you. Roxanne, go make some coffee. I know I'm out of coffee, but there's a little tiny bit left. But I usually just drink the 1 cup. If I drink more than 1 cup, it's just not good for me. Let's see. Paul J, Roku and Bluetooth from phone, no biggie. Big Dog says, minus Kevin, I quit watching network news, and that's all I watched. So saving $100 a month. Then got escrow notice, so that 100 is gone, plus another 100. I one step forward, two back. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, you're not going forward; you're going backwards. Tom Bias says police jobs are like others, perverts in education and homes and men's organizations, etc. AM, I only get my news from programs just like yours, John. I am done with CNN, ABC, and NBC, MSNBC. Well, God help you if you're getting your news from me. Anyhow, Susie Joe is number 70. I just realized that I missed it. Yeah, we're at 85 thumbs up, so make sure you hit that thumbs up. I would really love to get to 100. Suzanne for Giuseppe says, "You guys don't realize how much stress I am under. Just watch my dad's nearly choking to death." Oh, Suzanne, that would be stressful. Hope your dad's okay. I said nearly choking, so I assume he is okay now. But yeah, that's not good. Steve Sayers, hey, late, got back from dispensary. Hello, Stephen Sayers, good to see you. Thanks for joining us in the old driver's lounge. We're just kicking it. See, what day is today? Today is Thursday, right? Oh yeah, today's Thursday. Do you guys remember? Is how's going on today, right? Is he doing anything? Is he traveling? Is he going to do a show? I don't even know. I can't remember what he said. So if you guys can update me on that, because on Thursdays I like to do the House Sparks pre-show hangout at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So, but I guess rain or shine, whether or not Hal is on, I'm still going to come on at 3. Uh, but if anyone remembers or knows Hal's schedule today, if he's still going to come on, if he's at 4 o'clock Pacific, let me know. AM says the Jan 6 expression were also military. Yeah, there was military guys in there, ex cops in there. I think there might have been a few that were still active. Either I don't know if they're active military, but active cops or whatever. Weird, right? Weird. Cop on cop crime, man. It's rampant. It's rampant here in America, and Trump is letting him go. He's letting them go. Mr. Spock, where's that tough cookie? I don't know. He's hiding. I think he's taking a milk bath or something, which is weird. Why would a cookie take a milk bath? It seems like a cookie would want to be as far away from milk as possible, but he takes milk baths. So, what can I say? Steven Sayers, hi guys. Is John fired up? I've been right now, not so much. But I was fired up a couple times. I think I got a little bit fired up a couple times here and there. Comes and goes. My being fired up, it kind of comes and goes. Let's see. Bobby C says Suzanne makes sure food is cut up bigger than tip of thumb if posse. I guess that's a shortcut for possible. Marsha's given me hearts, so thank you, Marsha. Thank you so much for that. Christina says, I know how this is, Suzanne. I live with my dad, who's 84, very stubborn. Robert Perez says, Johnny, you should be a comedian. You crack me up. And if I'm cracking people up, it's not because I'm funny. Probably, it's probably because I'm stupid. I don't know. But I'll take it any way I can, I guess, as far as being able to make someone laugh or whatever. Anyhow, let's see. Susie Jones. Hey, Susie Jones is here. I believe it was Susie who got Hal to do the Sugar John raid on Saturday, I believe. So, in any case, thanks for being here, Susie. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us out here in the old driver's lounge. Susie says there are some people in other chats that just bully and get away with it because they have a wrench. I don't know what to do about it because I like the host, just can't get by her bullies. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Susie. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know. I'm not there. I don't know. Anyhow, Stephen Sayers says, got the news yesterday. My granddaughter's going to have a baby boy. Will be here in July. Congratulations, Stephen. Congratulations to you and your granddaughter. So that means you're going to be a great grandfather or something, right? So congratulations on that. Tom Bias says, Suzanne, turning your head to the side when swallowing food can help prevent choking. Okay, Kristen White. Well, the problem with social services, they could deem Suzanne unable to take care of them. I'm mid-thread on some of this stuff. I kind of skipped down. So, yeah, I hope you guys get all that type of stuff worked out. Over there, Rose Blue, there are a few people did that, paid for a year of cruising. What'd they do? I'm mid-thread. I'll admit it. I'm mid-thread. Paul J. Schittler is delusional. Yakety smack. Good cops, bad cops, like plumbers, bad plumbers, like good plumbers, bad plumbers. Yeah, but with a bad plumber, you just might get, you know, a leaky pipe. But with a bad cop, you might end up dead, especially if you're a person of color. Big Dog says 120. So I think I'm 16 minutes behind in the chat. So I'm going to skip down a little bit. Rose Blue says Danish Parliament said "F you Trump" also yesterday. Good. I hope the entire world says "fuck you Trump." The entire world needs to just say "fuck you Trump," and all of us in America, we need to say "fuck you Trump." Let's let the rest of the world know that most of us here in America, we don't like Trump. We don't like him either, folks. We don't like him either. We really don't. It's not like Trump tries to portray like he had this big mandate. He won by 1.4 fucking percent. So we don't like him either. We really don't. Tom Bias says Musk is losing cred. Good. I hope he loses everything. I hope Elon Musk dies fucking broke and under some fucking bridge somewhere, you know? I'm just looking at the chat. Roxanne is puff puff passing. I'm just skipping down. Tom Bias says, WW, did you know any perverts when you were teaching? I'm mid-thread. I don't know if WW said something. I'm just trying to skip down because I know I'm like really behind. So, Steven Sayer says, so it's okay to beat cops in the name of Trump. Apparently so, to some of these folks. Paul J. Why bash teachers? Tom Bias, WW was a teacher. I don't know what WW said. I skipped down and I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Remember that? God, that brings back memories, doesn't it? Oh, man. Remember that? We're not going back. We went back. We did go back. God damn it, we went back. I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go. I don't want to go back. I'm not going back. No. I'm not going to do it. Robert Perez says, now everyone take note that when Snoop Dogg says he's with the Gangsta Party, take him at his word. Yeah, what's up with that, Snoop Dogg? Jesus Christ. You know? Rose Blue says, Uber says I got $25 of free food order. How do I use that? There's probably some promo code or something, and whatever they sent you, maybe there's something you click on, a link, and it'll give you a promo code or something. I don't know. Yeah, Big Dog says Elon wasn't hailing a taxi. That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. Susie Jones says Roxanne Epstein, yes, they were probably high fiving each other. It made me cry though, because I love Mary and Cass, but somebody hates me maybe. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm mid-thread. Guys. And I'm not going back. Not that again. I just already did that whole not going back thing. Let's see. Bobby C says watch program about school children in Kentucky who are struggling, and lots of kids only get proper meals in school. The reporter asked teachers, "Who do you vote for?" And yeah, I know they voted for Trump. What the fuck? And exactly, Bobby C. What the actual fuck? That's what I've been talking about on previous shows. How people have this image that Trump is some sort of not savior, but that he's some sort of kick-ass businessman, and some people think he's a lawyer, and all this fucking shit. They're so misinformed and disinformed, and what the fuck? If you want school, meals for kids in schools, you would have voted for fucking Harris, you dumb fucks. You would vote for Democrats. If you want, school lunch and even school breakfast programs, because kids don't have breakfast at home. Some of these kids are in poverty, and they know that kids will learn better on a full stomach. And so there are programs where kids can go in and get breakfast before school starts. If you want shit like that done, no fucking Republican is going to do it. Not one goddamn Republican is going to do that. You stupid fucks in Alabama or where the fuck that was. Kentucky and shit. You stupid motherfuckers. No goddamn Republican is going to get any type of a school lunch or breakfast program or nutrition program or whatever. They're not going to do it. It does look like I have Mickey Mouse ears right now. What is that? Just the messaging issue? Everyone talks about how the Democrats don't message. Democrats, for God's sake, start messaging. You're the ones that get the school programs, the lunch programs and the food programs. You're the ones that get the chip programming. You raise kids out of poverty. Come on, Democrats. You need to do a better goddamn job of messaging and talk like normal people. I hate these fucking Democrats who talk like fucking William Shakespeare or some goddamn shit. Speak like a goddamn real person for once. We don't need your highfalutin, big fucking $10 words. That's why people like Bernie Sanders and AOC, because they talk like regular people. I can't stand fucking. That's why, like, fucking Schumer bugs the shit out of me, because he talks like some old fucking fart from the 1930s or something. My God, I realize he's old as shit, but could you talk like a normal goddamn person? Maybe get out in the world. Maybe go to a bar and hang out and find out how real people talk. Instead of hanging out in your fucking Washington, D.C. fucking exclusive clubs where just, you hang out with all these fucking millionaires and billionaires. Go out and fucking talk to some real people and learn how they talk. That's what pisses me off about these Democrats. When they do get into a front of a mic, no wonder the messaging is so fucked up, because they don't know how to talk like a normal goddamn person. For Christ's sakes, I'm sick of it. Get the messaging out. Yeah, we're going to lift your kids out of poverty. We're going to get food programs to them. It's us, the Democrats, that are doing it. That's all you got to say. You don't have to go on like, oh, yeah, there's nutrition and, oh, fuck you. Just talk like a goddamn person. Democrats, you have the policies, you have the policy position, you have the good ideologies, you have the programs that are for the people. Fucking, that should be your main message over and over and over. Beat it over people's heads. You are the ones that are going to help people get food in the stomachs of your children. You're the ones that are going to help get health care for your children. You're the ones that are going to help get jobs. You're the ones that are going to help get higher wages. You need to pound that into people's heads. It's the Democrats that do that, not the Republicans. Stop acting like you're goddamn William Shakespeare and talk all highfalutin. Talk like a goddamn person at a fucking bar. Go down to a bar and hang out. Shoot some pool. Go shoot some pool with some people at the bar and talk like a fucking normal person. I hate all these goddamn assholes that talk like they're all fucking MIT fucking scientists or some bullshit. We need more Democrats to fucking just be blue collar, roll up their sleeves, and talk like normal fucking people. We don't need these goddamn fucking, la-di-das. We don't need these fucking la-di-da people. Pisses me off. If you're going to be the party of the people, then you need to start hanging out with the people. Maybe that's why Trump gets so much support, because he'll say shit or something, And I'm not saying you got to start cussing. I'm not saying the Democrats have to start talking about sharks and electric batteries and all that bullshit. That's the weird shit. But just talk like you're down at the bar shooting some pool, and you got a pitcher of beer. That's what you need to get. That's what you need to be like. None of this fucking. You're not getting your message across, apparently. If people in Kentucky and Alabama and Mississippi are complaining about kids not getting food and they're voting for Trump, then there's something really fucking seriously wrong with your messaging, Democrats. Jesus H. Christ. There. Did someone say, ask if I was fired up? I was fired up. I was a little fired up on that one. I'm just skipping down. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that can get me fired up. Robert Perez, the crowd cheered when Elon did his Nazi salute both times because they were in a room full of fucking Nazis. Basically, Trump rallies and Trump gatherings have pretty much become Nazi rallies at this point. And I want to thank any trolls that might be in here. Thank you so much. You're helping to raise the algorithm, by the way, which I love. I love a rising algorithm, I got to admit. So let's get that algorithm going. Roseanne says, a milk bath for a cookie sounds great. That's how far behind that's like I must be like a half an hour behind in the chat, because I think I made that reference a long time ago. Steven Sayre says, thanks for the shout out, Trucker John. I'm a 4-time great. Wow. Congratulations, Steven. You've done your job. You've done well. You're helping to make sure that we populate the earth. So congratulations, and I'm sure you have a great family. Sounds great. Steve says, not bad for a 74-year-old. Nah, that's not bad at all. Susie Jones, thank you for calling me out for at least your chat and mods are great. People are real here. They want to lift other shows up, which will keep democracy from dying in the dark. I do. I love Liberal Dan. I think Liberal Dan show is a great show. You guys should check Liberal Dan out. Best show on the internet. Of course, I love House Sparks, Boston Brian. Let's see, who else do I like? And then there's the regulars, like Randy Rhodes and Nicole Sandler's great. You guys should be checking her out. Tara Devlin's great. Check her out. Lots of great shows. And I, of course, have at least, I would say, the 1,000th best show on YouTube. At least. Let's see. I think I'm about 12 minutes behind in the chat. Paula says, Trucker, Musk won't. His parents are billionaires too. Are they billionaires too? I mean, I know they're rich. I didn't know they were billionaires, though. But Nowadays, today's billionaire is like yesterday's millionaire, I guess. Big dog, we're not going back. Yeah, I don't want to go back. Even though we did go back because by getting Trump in there, but still, I'm not going back. Chris Doug says, "Welcome, new truckers." Yeah, welcome. If there's new folks in here, we got 89 thumbs ups. We're 11 away from 100. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Hey, Mike H is here. Good to see Mike. Hello, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the old driver's lounge. Jolie says Trucker John's Discord. Oh yes, I have a Discord. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got Discord, Blue Sky, all that good stuff. I want to say a big shout out to Buy Me a Coffee. I haven't gone on there in a while. And I want to thank everyone who's on Buy Me a Coffee. You guys are great over there. Thanks for being members. I got a lot of members over there on Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you guys so much for that. I do appreciate you. Mike H says Elon is a fuckstick, maybe? I don't know. I guess what else could it be? What else could it be, right? Let's see. MJ says call him Snoop Dogg with dollar signs there now because all he seems to care about is the big payout. Yeah, it's like he's not rich enough, That's the thing. Some of these folks they become addicted to money. Money is like a drug. And we all want money because, that's what makes the world go around. But when you've got even just multi millions of dollars, I'm sure Snoop Dogg probably has multi millions. Maybe he's on this thing. He wants to become part of the billionaire club. But at some point, it becomes addiction. And what do you do when someone's addicted to something? You take it away from them. So some of these assholes, we need to take their money away from them. Or, okay, Elon Musk, I wouldn't mind seeing him, die poor under a freeway overpass. But for the most part, okay, you leave them enough money so they can still have a house and food and they can still take care of themselves. But other than that, if they're addicted to it, you got to take it away from them, man. Hey, Tristan Sheesh is here. I don't think I've seen Tristan Sheesh in the driver's lounge before. So I just want to say thank you and welcome for being here. Tristan says, is it possible that there is a modernized, undetectable method of election attacks that have been occurring since 2016 when Clinton said her own votes could contain fraud? Is it possible? I suppose it's possible. I guess it's possible. But anyhow. Paula says no. People that don't want to pay taxes for kids' food programs because they don't have kids. Yeah, so they're just selfish pricks. Those type of people are just selfish pricks that don't realize that high tides will raise all ships. You know what I mean? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, would you rather live in a society where, I don't know, everyone's fed and has clothing and shelter, at least, some basic, those safety social nets in place? Or would you rather live where I got mine and fuck you? It's not a zero-sum game, as I keep telling people. It's not a zero-sum game. You can have your things and your stuff, and you can have your money and your houses, and other people could have some basic necessities. It's not going to fucking kill you if you fucking pay an extra $1 in your taxes to fucking get some food into some kids' stomachs. Bobby C says 100%, and I'm right there with you. Robert Perez, Truckers Runner for Emperor 2028. No, I don't want to be Emperor. I would just want to be the city dog catcher. I'd be happy. Yakety Smack Sumner looking over his glasses with pompous ass, like a pompous ass. Roxanne says, I know Schumer, I guess you meant Schumer. I know Schumer talks so monotone and out of touch. I agree, Trucker John. Most of these Dems don't know how to talk with compassion. Like John Kerry. I voted for John Kerry. Okay, I did vote for John Kerry. I'm a lifelong Democrat, and I've never voted for a Republican in my life. So of course, I agree with John Kerry when he was running for president, and I agree with probably 90% of his policy, or 95%, I don't know, of his policy positions, his ideologies, politically. I'm there. But I could not listen to one fucking campaign of his speech. It put me to fucking sleep. So no wonder. And he did get a lot of votes. He got, 60 million votes or whatever back in those days. But I could not listen to the man. He was so goddamn boring. And who could listen to that? And how do you expect to get? Yeah, you're going to get the hardcore Democrats like me to vote for you. But how do you get those people in the margins interested enough? When you talk like that, go Google John Kerry, 2004, whatever it was, and listen to some of his campaign speeches. The boring as fuck. If there's anyone suffering from insomnia, go Google that when you're trying to go to sleep. Get some John Kerry speeches from the 2004 campaign, and you will probably be out before you know it. It'll be lights out, man. If you're having a hard time getting to sleep, I recommend John Kerry speeches from the 2004 campaign. Put you right out. You'll be right out, sleeping like a baby. Mike H. Trying for president. Okay, I'm moving up from city dog catcher to what's the next one up? I don't even know. Comptroller. I don't even know what a comptroller is, but maybe I could be a comptroller. Maybe just a troller. I don't know. Okay, I'm skipping down, guys, because I know I'm really behind in the chat. Rubber Press, check your heart rate. You might blow your kidney. Right. I was getting fired up there, wasn't I? I was fired up. I was really fired up. MJ Daniels says Democrats do need to go back to the 50s and 60s in many ways. The Democrats need to use social media much more effectively too. And we're at 92 thumbs ups, guys. 8 more to 100. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let's get some more folks in here, because look what they're missing out on. They're missing out on all of this. All of this right here. This loveliness. Minus Kevin says, yeah, every time I watch the Senate meeting, Chuck says, I am now taking this LW to the floor. I'm okay. Okay. Bobby C, sorry, John. Am I still on the air? Am I still going? Can you guys still hear me? I guess I'm still on. I don't know. Big Dog A trolls. Yeah, we had some trolls in here. So yeah, like I say, thanks for raising me up in the algorithm. Because as Liberal Dan would say, Al Gore needs rhythm, or something to that effect. Chris Doug says 1348. So 48. I'm 10 minutes behind right now. I have been scrolling down and skipping over. So if I skipped you, don't take it personal. Chris Doug, a rising algorithm lifts all truckers. Yeah, there's Jolie with the reminding about memberships and super chats and buy me coffee. Thank you, Jolie, for that. Oh yeah, and Jolie's got the Blue Sky, my deal on Blue Sky. I don't really post too much on there. I need to start posting like things that people post. I don't know. I really spend most of my time doing stuff for YouTube, actually. So I don't know. But anyhow, I do have accounts on all of these places. Yakety Smack says Martha Stewart has more street cred than Snoop Dogg. Snoop Poop, by the way. Jolie says, I haven't, I guess, seen Ichabod in forever. Ichabod got mad at me. And Ichabod Deer got very mad at me because we got into an argument. And I think he did come back a couple times. And I thanked him for coming back, even though we had disagreement. But then I don't know. But I think he just doesn't like me. we kind of we kind of have some issues, but he's welcome to come back, or they, I should say they, right? They're welcome to come back. And I thought we patched things up, and also I think Ichabod Deer changes names a lot, so Ichabod Deer could be in here right now. We don't even know. I think Ichabod Deer is one of those ones that kind of changes names and stuff a lot. Tom Bice says TJ's right. We need to get down to earth. Yeah, we need. That's why, like I said, that was the. Hey, man, if we want to learn anything from Trump, learn that. Here you have this supposed billionaire douchebag who doesn't give a fucking rat's ass about his supporters because he looks down on them, but he spoke to them. And I'm not saying we need to be all stupid and weird like Trump, but just fucking be like fucking, be like Lunch Bucket Joe or whatever, you know what I mean? And maybe that's hard to do because a lot of them they're fucking Ivy Leaguers, or whatever, and they've never worked a day in their life, or so. And I know I'm probably not doing the Democratic Party any favors by talking like this. But maybe it's tough love. I mean, maybe sometimes you got to do a little tough love, Like I said, I'm a lifelong Democrat, and I've never voted for a Republican. But my own party pisses me off sometimes when you just looking back, like like I said, John Kerry, fucking cure for insomnia. Even though you could be 95% in agreement to everything he says, he had no charisma, no pizzazz, and he was boring as fuck. That's why Bill Clinton won. He's talk about the the antithesis of John Kerry. Look at fucking Bill Clinton. Very charming, could just talk very down home or whatever. Say what you want about Bill Clinton, but he fucking, took over, man. That was a movement. Same way with Barack Obama. I mean, Barack Obama, he was very eloquent, and his way of doing speeches would bring tears. He could bring tears to my eyes. I mean, the guy was compassionate. So there's different things. You could be like a Bill Clinton, who's like this charming kind of guy or whatever, and you could be a Obama, who's just like compassion, and you can just feel it, I guess that's what it takes. You can't just be a fucking drone like Kerry. And by drone, I mean like drone on, like the sound of a drone. Like he would just be like, after a while, you're listening to his speeches, and it's just like, what? Oh my God. When are they going to learn? Talk about messaging. It's not just about messaging. It's like how you message. It's like how you talk. Talk like someone who makes 50 grand a year. Don't talk like someone who's a fucking billionaire. Steve Sayers, member for 8 months. Thank you so much. Says your show gives me a kitchen table feeling. Thank you, Steven Sayers, for hanging out and being a member for 8 months. I do appreciate you. It's because of you folks with the memberships and the liking, the subscribing, the sharing, the thumbs ups, the super chats, super stickers, all the donos. That's what keeps the show going, and I appreciate you. And just that you guys are in the chat and you guys are contributing to the chat there, and that really is the backbone of the show, is this chat room right here. So thank you so much for being here, and for so long and being so supportive. Speaking of that, we got Non-Useful here. Non-Useful, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on in. Non-Useful says, after that sermon, the money changer got riled. I did skip down, so I'll. Oh, Non-Useful, I got mine, and fuck you is rural Missouri motto. Yeah. Just selfish pricks. I don't want my tax dollars going to kids. Fuck you. Yeah, because I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I'm never going to have kids. I don't like kids. Basically, that's what they're saying. I don't like kids. Well, fuck you. Okay, we're going to spend some of your tax dollars on the kids, God damn it, so that they don't fucking get so hungry that they bust into your house looking for some food. Okay, how's that? And then they'll say, "Oh, so you're saying that if they're poor, they're going to be thieves?" No, I'm saying that desperate people do desperate measures. How about we have less desperate people? How's that, you selfish pricks? Michael McAndrews said, I held a sign for John Kerry. Some assholes yelled out the Windows flip-flopper. Yeah, that whole swift boating bullshit. And those motherfuckers that swift boated Kerry, they were right there working for Trump. Paul J says, listening on my way to therapy. Thanks for the stream. I hope the stream hasn't made you have to go to therapy. Tom Bias says, hey, there's Tom. Says, my mechanic said he'd bring my truck to my house when he's done with it. There, well, that's a good sign. Hopefully he's almost done with it. I know it's been in the shop for weeks now, so hopefully they're going to get some progress on that. Sarah Nelson is speaking German, I believe. Ich sprach in Weinig. Ich spreche ein wenig. I don't know. My German's a bit rusty. Steven here says melatonin only had to stand beside the stink bag and look down. Mike H says it's 58 after the hour, so I'm about 8 minutes behind, I think. Hey, there's John from Las Vegas. Long time no see, John. And John from Las Vegas says, hello, John. Lots of Johns in here going on here. And truckers at work, so I'm in and out. Love you all. Well, hey, thanks for jumping in, John. I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit as you work. Are you whistling while you work? That was some sort of a pun or something like that. Hey, Mad Max here. Good to see you. Slava Ukraini to you, Mad Max. I did just scroll down in the chat, so if I've skipped you, don't take it personally. Non-useful says, when Hitler 2.0 died from a widow's maker, translate German word Hitler 2.0 and einem Victormarker Stappen. I don't know. I can't say anything German without sounding, like whatever. See you in almost 2 hours. Oh yeah, we're almost at the 2 hour mark. Thanks for that update. See you. The Soulcraft is here. Hey, Soulcraft. Good to see the Soulcraft. Whenever I see the Soulcraft, for some reason, my shoulders just kind of, I don't know. Is this the Soulcraft? Getting it? The Soulcraft says, Clinton was my first time voting at 18. I did vote Libertarian that next time because I was so into reform of marijuana. That was when the Libertarian Party was really big on that. Yeah, I think they did get a lot of votes. Michael McAndrew is still alive here on my end. Oh, good to hear that. You're still alive, Michael. Roxanne Epstein says establishment Dems have paralyzed the party. They don't represent the people anymore. We need a new movement to either revitalize the party or create a new one. I say we revitalize the party. That's probably our best way to go. But, we need more AOCs. And I realize there are some places that, it's not going to work, but, try to be more down to earth. That's all I'm saying. Big Dog says, I love Kamala, but she was too scripted. Maybe that turned off some folks. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of saw that too. But I do realize that there was a sense of urgency. She only had 90 days or thereabouts. And they were just going, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anyone campaign so hard and try to stuff, 6 months of campaigning into 3 months. And I think they were keeping things just tight, But yeah, in retrospect, hopefully maybe we can learn from those mistakes. I don't know. But it was a very unusual situation where the nominee stepped down, and then we had to replace. It's a mess. It was a whole mess. Big Dog says correct. 100% Trucker John. Swift motors were terrible. Cian says the church said it. Elon went there because he knew the machines, and we won. That's true. Trump was saying that. And it was rigged in Pennsylvania and all this shit, right? He said the quiet part out loud. Sarah Nelson says, we have no water today. Pipes froze, and I left the water dripping all night. Yeah, I guess that didn't work. Sometimes maybe it's just too damn cold where that little trick isn't going to work. Rose Blue, I like Colonel Clink. Yes, Colonel Clink. Roxanne Armfield, oh dear Sarah Nelson, I've been there and it sucks. Chris Doug, mein Deutsch ist kaputt. MJ Daniel, all about the DJT Gravy Train. They all have their hands out. Yeah. Rose Blue, she said more in 90 days than Cheetolini said in 2 years. Yeah. The Soul Craft says AOC constantly impresses me. I mean, I do have a crush on her, but still. Oh, I love her. I absolutely am in love with her. I've been in love with her since the first time I met her. And I mean that. I don't mean that in a creepy, pervy way. I don't think I mean it in a creepy, pervy way. But I mean, I think she's wonderful. I think, and anyone who puts her down, they're just jealous. They're jealous of she's got brains, she's got beauty. I think she's really smart, and I think she's been learning, and she's been learning how Congress works, and maybe she'll finally be the first woman president of the United States someday. I don't know. I'm not saying 2028. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to be. She's so young that, it might be 20 years from now or whatever, but I just think we need more folks like her in Congress. And I like how I saw a video where she was not backing down from Trump at all. Not at all. Non-useful says 6/26/2017. Don't know what that is in reference to. Yakety Smack, AOC rocks. Yeah, I think she's great. Invisible Riley says has to be a steady flow. Oh, about the pipes. Yeah, when it's cold, dripping. Yeah. It has to be steady flow. That's for sure. Roxanne Arfield, AOC will have her time in the sun, no doubt. Gator Tots is here. Says I hope AOC will be president. Too radical for I don't know, America. Too radical for I don't know what you're trying to say there, but anyhow, like I say, I think she's great. Maybe I don't know if she's always going to be in the House. Maybe someday she'll run for Senate. I don't know, but I hope she just stays in and sticks with it, and inspires other folks to come out that are like minded, and inspires them to run for office. Rose Blue says these younger people can see right through the bullshit. I hope so. But, I think a lot do, but there's a lot too that don't, or they get caught up in the misinformation and the disinformation. I think it happens to all age groups as far as that. Receiving bad information and then going with it. Paula, Dems need to campaign all the time. Yeah, it's just it should be. You can't wait till the last minute anymore. It is like a full-time thing. Mr. Spock says the way things are going in 20 years, a lot less humans will be around. I don't know. We keep growing. We're at 8 billion, right? Over 8 billion. Oliver Brownlow, did Trump end the Ukraine war yet? Not yet. Yeah, what the fuck, Trump? Come on. Said you were going to end it. Rose Blue, representatives need to be 4 years, more work, less campaigning. What if we could change things? I was thinking about, I've thought about that too, that maybe representative, like House representatives, should be 4 years, Senate is 6 years, and then what if president, well, nah, had like just a one term, but it was 8 years. But I don't know. Then once you get stuck with a Trump for 8 years, that probably wouldn't be good. You know what I mean? At least we are getting stuck with Trump for 8 years, but at least we had Biden in the middle of it, which is weird, isn't it? Weird. That's so weird. Like we got rid of Trump, and now he's back. This is mind blowing. It's totally mind blowing. But yeah, maybe representatives should be 4 years, and just leave everything else the same, because it does seem like those 2 years come back. But the good thing though also is that now, you know, of course I guess you could make it so that it's always like a midterm, but at least we don't have to wait 4 years for our next major elections, for our congressional elections in 2026. But yeah, you could make it every 4 years, and so that it always would be, like a midterm. And also another thing that could make it so that they don't have to campaign so much is, or at least, can or at least try to get campaign contributions, because they spend so much of their time doing that, is to get money out of politics. But of course, none of that's going to happen until we get the sufficient numbers in Congress, which means Democrats in there. So all this stuff we want to get rid of the Electoral College. We want to get money out of politics. All that kind of stuff. Reverse Citizens United, all that kind of stuff. But it's like a catch-22. That won't happen until we get Democrats in sufficient numbers to override any, filibustering in the Senate or whatever. So that's the catch-22. Like it's hard to overcome some of these barriers, but we can't overcome those barriers until we get the numbers we need. Yeah, so it just keeps going around and around and around, and we never see anything get done. It's frustrating as fuck. Gator Todd says, I would vote for her every election, no matter the office. Yeah, absolutely. She's amazing, and so, but a lot of people don't like her. A lot of people think she's like that she's shrill, or that she's hysterical. Not hysterical like funny, but like whatever. There's all this, mainly of course from the right, but I think even from Democrats, there's been some sort of bashing of her. It's just ridiculous. I think they're just jealous of her because she's spot on, man. She's spot on about almost everything. Michael McAndrews says, I learned, was that Michigan? Something? I don't know. Seriously though, Mitchmore. Seriously though, I see why they said the good things happen when the people rise up. Otherwise, our Congress can be co-opted. Rose Blue, Texas has 31 million population alone. Sarah Nelson, Trump is an idiot. Thank you. That just feels good to say, doesn't it? Roxanne says, I'm grateful we had Biden between. Yeah, I mean, me too. But it's just weird though, like I thought we were rid of Trump, when Biden won. I thought we were rid of you, Trump. Like I said in the last show, I think he's like that monster, that villain in the movie that won't die. We think he's dead, but then he pops back up again. Rose Blue says, "Yep, overlap, just like senators." Um, Josh says, "Hey, loungers, been listening in the car." Thanks, Josh. Thanks for listening. We're at 95 thumbs up, so we're just 5 away from that 100 thumbs up. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you do that. And if you have hit the thumbs up, then encourage others to do it somehow, some way. Bobby C says number 94. Thank you, Bobby C. Appreciate you for doing that. Rose Blue, she says she's progressive Dem, is why. Yeah, that's why some of the Democrats, the more corporate or whatever, or the so-called moderate Dems don't, and to which I say to the moderate Dems, what the fuck? What, you don't like? What's wrong with Medicare for all, you moderate Dems? What the fuck? What's wrong with getting us off of fossil fuels, and getting into green renewables? What's wrong with that, you moderate Dems? What the fuck? Is it what, your donors don't like it? Well, you know what? Maybe you need to get some different donors then. Talking to you so-called moderate Dems. Because all AOC is about is Medicare for all and green new energy and, all the things that we're about, sensible gun safety laws. What, you moderate Dems? You're not for that kind of shit? What the fuck? Susie Jones, are we going to raid Hal? Well, yeah, when I do my 3:00 p.m. show, we do 1 hour or whatever. When Hal, you should be coming on at 4, as far as I know, unless there's been a schedule change, or if I don't know. I think he's home. I don't think he's traveling today. But at that 3, so come back. We're going to end this show. I am over 2 hours, so I should end the show, and then we're going to come back on at 3 for an hour, 3:00 Pacific. Remember, I'm in Pacific, and then we will, at the end of that hour, when Hal comes on, we will do a raid at that point. So thanks for that reminder. 99 thumbs up. It's just one more, guys. I'm trying to get to 100. Let's get to 100. If you want the show to end, then you need to hit that thumbs up, and so we can break 100. Non-usual says AOC 2028. Hey, whenever she runs, whenever she's ready, whenever she thinks she should jump in, I'm there. If it's 2028, fine. If it's 2032, fine. If I'm still alive in some of these other years, I'm there. I'll support her. Tawada 106, Pacific is best. Hey, we hit the 100. 100 thumbs up. So you guys must really want me to end the show. Thank you so much, guys. We got to 100. Josh says, I see 100. Roxanne, yes, we got to the 100 mark. You guys are really, really awesome. And so I think we're over 2 hours. I should take a little break. I got some stuff I got to do, and then we'll come back here at 3 p.m. Pacific time, where we'll do a little House Sparks pre-show hangout, and we'll raid House Sparks. That's how it works. So before we go, let me just go look at my. We got the fan funders. Let me go ahead and go back and say thanks, Michael Andrews, with that $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. Big Dog gifted 5 memberships, and Steven Sayer been a member for 8 months. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. I appreciate everyone for coming in here, for liking, subscribing, and sharing the show, and for contributing to the chat. All of that stuff is really great. Helps the show grow, get bigger and better and bouncier. I don't know. Why do I say that? All right, guys, and maybe for the afternoon show, I think maybe Tough Cookie might be done with his milk bath by then, and we might see a special appearance. Maybe even Paul the Purple Beard guy might pop in for that afternoon show. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. We got to 101, and but as always, just want to leave with a little bit of words of wisdom, something you might be able to take with you through your life. This is Trucker John wisdom. All right, so get ready, write this down, make a sign out of it, whatever. All right, here we go. You ready for my wisdom? Okay, guys. So just remember that
well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid. But doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. Trucker John, on the road he rides, live streaming all through the nights. From politics to pop culture he speaks. No topic is off limits, nothing is weak. From Vegas to the highways, he'll never tire, shouting about food, talking about desire. He's the rebel of the asphalt, the king of the night. With a microphone in his hand, he's ready to ignite. Freedom is his fuel, passion in his soul. Gotta express himself, gotta take control. Moving through the country, keeping it real, no filter, no holding back, nothing to conceal. Rolling down the highway in my rusty old rig. I'm a retired trucker, but my spirit's still big. Living in Vegas, where the lights never sleep. Broadcasting my thoughts for the world to keep. From politics to pop culture, I've got it all. Sharing my views, no matter how big or small. Talking about food, the movies and bugs. Shining a light on all the social issues. No shrugs, I've driven through the desert, seen the city so bright. But now I'm living in a different kind of fight. From my apartment in Las Vegas, I hold the key, exploring the world through my live stream for free. In my apartment in Las Vegas, I hold the key, exploring the world through my live stream for free.